Legal dictation 120 words per minute. Criminal matter. Start. In view of the above observation made, it is amply clear that even though the accused had tortured and arrested the deceased, because of which she was constantly running away from her matrimonial home, and has also filed a number of complaints against the accused, the same cannot be said to be the reason for her death in the light of the fact and circumstances of the present case and the dying declaration made by here. The learned counsel for the appellants has placed reliance upon the decision of this court reported in the case of Ramesh Kumar vs. State of Chandigarh 2014 SSC 491. Herein it is held that section 49A and 306 IPC are independent and constitute different offences. Merely because an accused has been filed liable to be punished under section 498A IPC, it does not follow that on the same evidence he must also and necessarily be held guilty of having abetted the commission of suicide by the woman concerned under section 306 IPC. Therefore, the conviction and sentence for offence punishable under section 306 read with section 114 of the IPC of the present appellants is contrary to the legal evidence on record, particularly the dying declaration of the deceased and the conduct of the accused who took the deceased to the hospital. The fact has been grossly ignored by the courts below while conducting the sentencing the appellants for the aforesaid offences. Therefore, the conviction and sentence for the aforesaid offence is enormous and accordingly it is liable to be set aside. After evaluation of evidence on record and concurrenting find of fact recorded by the trial court and the appellant court, the appellants were convicted for the offences punishable under section 498A and 306 read with section 114 of the IPC. The accused were acquitted for the offences punishable under section 304B read with section 114 of the IPC and section 4 of the Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, as they did not find any evidence on record to bring home the guilt of appellant for the offences punishable under section 306, as there is no cogent evidence in this regard in the finding of fact. Therefore, the conviction and sentence for the offences punishable under section 498A of IPC with regard to curiosity is held to be proved by the courts below. The same is accused by us and they are required to be convicted and sentenced for the offence punishable under section 498A IPC. The conviction and sentence passed by the High Court or the offence punishable under section 306 read with section 114 of IPC is liable to be aside, and accordingly we set aside the same. Since we have upheld the conviction for the offence punishable under section 498A IPC, it is to be carefully examined by us taking into consideration and facts and circumstances of the case as to what sentence is required to be imposed upon the appellants. Stop.